Everyone always lost games because of Bender, since his reactions were way too slow. It turned out his circuits were simply too outdated. Hubert cleaned up 12 terabytes of junk data for Bender and removed the limiter. After rebooting, Bender became much faster. When they played again, Bender turned into a total gaming master. The three who used to win all the time were upset and convinced Bender was cheating. They traced it all back to the source and found out that modifying speed violated the robot's license agreement.
And he's 12 years out of date. How could he possibly play that well?
I overclock you some more. Maybe we can beat those Korean girls.
Bender was taken away by the police, and Hubert, as his guardian, was arrested too. Father and son were thrown into jail. Mom's next plan was to reset Bender to his original factory settings to pave the way for her new robot sales. Back at the company, Bender began modifying himself. His speed kept rising higher and higher, and he realized the company planned to get rid of him. When the army arrived, he defeated them with traps he had prepared in advance, then escaped the company to go solo. The court couldn't locate Bender, so it kept Hubert and his son imprisoned indefinitely. Fry guessed Bender would be at the hydroelectric plant, where high-speed operation would get plenty of power and cooling. Fry climbed into a barrel to look for him. Following the water flow, he found Bender behind a waterfall. But by now, Bender had turned into a giant cave. His entire universe was his own processor, and he no longer cared about trivial human matters. Fry went back feeling defeated. Back at the court, Hubert was about to be sentenced. Suddenly, the courtroom began to twist and warp and turned into Bender. But since he was late to testify, his statement was ruled invalid, so Bender transformed into a lawyer to defend them. He first used a childlike personato to convince the jury to pardon Gubert. It turned out Gubert was actually Hubert's clone, so the repeal law would never apply to Hubert. That way, they won the case. But just as everyone was celebrating, Mom's robot knocked Bender unconscious and reset him back to his factory settings.
Even if you're drunk. No galaxies there!